right, you guys. Finally, I think I might have it right here. So, I'm gonna make sure I get this done right before we can. Hello, 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 hello. I'm so excited to be on YouTube, but I gotta get this thing straight because I've been running like crazy. So, I'm finally here, ready to get this thing all set up here. Okay. I've been on 10 phone calls and I'm here. The, the room of life. Hi, you guys. It's the room of life. How are you guys doing? Gotta sit my seat up right. So, I'm in my closet. I'm in my closet because since my closet has been such a big deal, I decided that when I talk, as much as I can, I will be inside of my closet. So I am, today I'm talking about just rumors, just rumors and you know, when you have a life and everything becomes a big rumor. So I just want to talk about that, but I got to adjust this camera once again so I can make sure I got it all right here. Okay, so hopefully I'm good. Let me try and see because I want to make sure that hey, hey y'all, hey. Oh, somebody wants to know what's the most essential thing to have in my closet, in your closet, in anybody's closet. I would just really, honestly, I would say a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt. Everybody knows that that's my thing. So a jeans and a white t-shirt, a great blazer, a pair of nude shoes, a pair of black shoes. Oh my God. Undergarments, good undergarments, ladies, good undergarments, Spanx, and all those things that hold you in. We need all that stuff. A black skirt, you know, that cute, simple black dress. Everybody needs that too. So, I, as some of you know, I'm sort of new to YouTube and I'm really excited to be on here because, you know, my show is The Life of NeNE, The Life of Nene Leakes, and go and tell all of your friends to subscribe. I will be having special guests. Earlier this week, I interviewed Sharice from Potomac. And we talked about dating and relationships and stuff like that. And I interviewed quite a few other well-known people, and I can't wait to share some of those names with you. It's just been a lot of stuff lately in the life of NeNe, so I'm going to sit here and try and address or answer some of the questions and stuff. So on this channel, you get the real raw NeNe Leakes. You know, I talk a lot, so you get the real raw NeNe Leakes. I know a lot of you guys have seen me on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but the Real Housewives of Atlanta is only giving you a very small part of my life and the other girls' lives as well. So, I mean, you think you know, but you have no idea as to who we really are. And you certainly do not know who I really am. And that's why I'm really excited about having this platform to be able to go on and talk about, you know, all the things that are happening in my life. I just want to be very open and just share with you guys without anything being edited or anything being, you know, the truth being stretched a little bit or without being with a bunch of people who have alliances and all of those things. So I just wanted to be able to have this platform for that. So I'm so excited. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit more. When I do interviews, a lot of times I'm out on the road, so I may have to do something in my hotel or wherever I'm at on the road. But whenever I'm at my home, I will try and do as many interviews as I can and have special guests right here in my closet. And I chose my closet because of the incident that happened in my closet, and it became such a big deal with everybody asking why I can't come in your closet, why someone can't come in your closet, because you can't. And it's because it's my closet. And I was always raised that, if somebody tell you to go somewhere and sit down, you go somewhere and sit down. You don't just start going through their house and opening up their drawers. I don't know when that became something that for someone to do. So I will give a full tour of my closet. I have to wait to do that because I have a couple of magazines and that are coming here and people that are going to take tours. So I've agreed to hold off on showing everything until I do some of those. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, I want you guys to, drop your comments, and I'm happy to answer as much as I possibly can. So let me see what's going on here. Love you, Nene, from the day one. Thank you. Thank you guys for loving me. I sure hope, I mean, I really appreciate it. It's so many, how is Gregg? Gregg is doing good. Gregg, actually, good is like an understatement. Gregg is doing great. He has been very blessed. And let's talk about Gregg since you guys brought Gregg's name up. He's downstairs right now. We just finished a therapy session with our marriage counselor, who is Dr. Jeff. Some of you guys might remember Dr. Jeff from the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 7. He was there to counsel all of the cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, including myself. And me and him actually clashed, to be honest with you. So once we decided to go into marriage counseling, this is our first time really, really going all the way in a marriage counseling in our 20 years of being together. And Gregg, I asked him, to pick someone himself, and he chose Dr. Jeff. And I agreed to see Dr. Jeff only if I had a conversation with Dr. Jeff before we do our first session, which I did. And I told Dr. Jeff that, listen, I don't mind doing this, but the moment I feel like, you're not being fair, I don't want to go any further with it. And so I have to say, Dr. Jeff, I felt very comfortable with him. I felt he's been very fair thus far. So let's just hope it stays that way. I've gotten a lot of people commenting like, poor Gregg, or Nene, is all about herself because, Gregg has cancer, and Nene just all about herself, self. That is nowhere near. I don't know what the hell people are talking about, especially when they say poor Gregg, as if Nene is doing something to Gregg. Are you kidding me? Gregg has had one person to be with him and be by his side throughout this whole thing, and that one person has been me. There is no one else. It's not his children, it's not his sisters or brothers or anybody like that. It has been me. I have been the only person that has been super proactive, as I'm supposed to be. I am his wife, and I'm happy to do it. We are a married couple. We're not perfect. We will have disagreements while he's sick. It's no reason for me to tiptoe on eggshells. I mean, we're still married, and Gregg didn't lose his mind. I mean, he's still very fine. And so there's no poor Gregg. I've sympathized with my husband. I have been his biggest supporter throughout all of this. So it's kind of disappointing when you see people say some of the dumbest things. And it's crazy too, because people actually really think that Gregg is like, I'm not saying he's not. Gregg is a very nice guy. Of course he's a nice guy. But Gregg also is a damn human, and Gregg has his own ways like anybody else. And, he's not always lovable, just as anyone else would be. And so, there's a lot with Gregg. that you guys don't know, and I don't have any, I don't feel like I need to put him all out on Front Street, but Gregg is not perfect, neither am I. And being a caretaker has been very difficult. Uh, Gregg having cancer has been very difficult, and we wanted to show our real lives on how we really reacted to everything. And it was really just to be just very open and honest and show the world what people go through when they have cancer or someone gets sick. I never even wanted to do that. This was all Gregg's idea from the beginning. He got sick with cancer, and his whole idea was he wanted to make sure that he wanted to, inspire other men to go out and be tested and get their screenings and all those things. So he wanted to be a tool, and I went along for the ride, which I was fine with doing. And so that was our real life. It was some of our real lives, some of the stuff that you've seen. I mean, there's been so much that you haven't seen, but there's been a lot of stuff that you have seen. So March this month is colorectal cancer awareness month. So you guys go out and get your screenings. There are a lot of places who would do them for free. Gregg and I are American Cancer Society ambassadors. So we really want to encourage everyone to go out and have their screenings. So go, 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 go. Go get your colonoscopies and go get checked and all that stuff. It's very, very important because this certainly changed our lives. So let's move on to the next thing because I don't want to dwell on the whole Gregg thing too much. Oh, thank you. The new Swagg Boutique. Yes, the new Swagg Boutique will be at the MGM Grand Casino in Maryland. That's in the DMV. It's right there in this place called Oxon Hill, Maryland, which is right by DC and Virginia. It sits right there like in the middle. So it's at the DMV where you can access the MGM from DC, from Maryland, and from Virginia. So I'm so excited. My store is located in the front of Starbucks. I couldn't be more excited than that. Everybody loves Starbucks. So we're located right in the front of Starbucks. So we will have a grand opening, I'm hoping, towards the end of next month. I'm hoping, fingers and toes are crossed, that I can get this store open in time. Yes, I will have plus size clothing. I have a whole, I don't like to call it plus size. I like to call it curvy girl. So I have a whole curvy girl section. And so yeah, we have the curvy girl section and we have regular sizes. And if it's something that I'm doing on this video that I'm not supposed to be doing, let me know because I'm so new with now going live on here and doing these shows live every now and then. So if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me and let me know because I'm just new to it at all. Thank you, and I love you too. Somebody said, Nene, sometimes things happen for a reason, and you're very right. A lot of things happen for a reason. So I received what you just said. I received it. Yeah. Curvy girls, I wouldn't dare leave you guys out of my store for nothing in the world. You guys are the biggest customers that we have at Swagg. So I really work hard on trying to find stuff for you guys. So yeah. So are you in that famous closet? Yes, this is my famous closet. This is the closet that everything happened in, and people were using all their, making all their comments. Is there any questions you want to ask me about any of the rumors that have been going on? I want to be able to address those rumors before we really get out here and launch this Life of NeNE. Yes, we will have music. Yes, we will have an intro and all those things. So, but today I was saying to my team that I really want to just get on YouTube and kind of feel it out a little bit and just be my natural self on here talking before we go into a full-on launch. So, and I want to be able to address any rumors that you have. Somebody saying that their father had colon cancer, and God bless his heart. I hope that everything works out well. Ain't God good? Yes, God is good. Address that rumor and keep it. Yeah, yeah. So I want to address a lot of rumors. So I get these things on my email called Google Alerts. And on the Google Alerts, it always, you get a Google Alert whenever your name is being said in like a blog or something. So I recently got a Google Alert, recently as in today, and the Google alert said something like this certain person was out doing press, and I don't want to call their names because I don't want to help them. I just want to let them continue to help me. So a certain someone did a interview and said that the Real Housewives reunion just filmed, and they said something like all the girls stuck to their guns, and they all had an issue with Nene, and Nene was mad, and they don't know why I was mad because Cynthia invited Kenya to her Seagram's event, so Nene got mad. Da da da. I love how these girls just try to put that together. That's what they rocking with, and that's how they say that goes. But that's not even close to what happened, okay? You guys will have to see the finale to see what happened. But I have never, be very clear, I've never cared about Cynthia being friends with Kenya. Never have I ever cared. Trust me on that. Cynthia and I have had a friendship outside of the show. I've never cared if she was friends with her, ever. And if she told you the truth, she would tell you that I never cared, okay? Never have I cared. Um, I think the public has tried to make it out of a big deal. Some of these girls have joined forces and wanted to try and make it out of a big deal. But if you remember last year at the reunion, actually Kenya and I Kenya moved out of her seat and sat beside me. And together, we got Kim together. Okay, and we took many a pictures together, which I have in my phone. I can show you. And we talked immediately after reunion, so we didn't have no issues. She obviously was pregnant, and she reached out to me several times during her pregnancy, talking about she might have felt sick or whatever questions she had. She even reached out to me, asked me about a dress that I wore, saying that she wanted me to give it to her to wear, during her pregnancy. All that kind of stuff. So that was never an issue. That whole thing that happened on Instagram, that was all created by the three who are in an alliance together. And if you pay close attention, you will see that it's alliance. Okay, as a girlfriend, look, if anybody has been close friends with me, they will tell you the one thing I have is a very big heart. I give in my relationship as much as I can. I am not needy. Uh, I'm actually a loner. I do a lot of things by myself, so I don't need anything. As a friend, all you need to do is be a friend. I don't need any money from you. I don't need anything for you other than friendship. And so Cynthia, which you guys did not see this year on the show, had said to me, Eva had this event, and Cynthia had said to me that this girl, Yvonne, who you guys have seen on the show a couple times, I was having my bi-week party, and I was inviting Yvonne, and I was inviting Eva. And Cynthia, and I told Cynthia and Marlo. And Cynthia said to me, if Yvonne is coming, you need to let Eva know. And I said to her, why I gotta let Eva know? This is my house. I can have anybody I want to in my house. And she said, that's not right, Nene. You need to let Eva know that that girl is going to be there, and those two girls have a beef with each other. I said, okay, you're right. I should let Eva know. So I'm going to let Eva know. I let Eva know with Cynthia and Marlo with me. I asked them to come and be support, just in case Eva, didn't like what I'm saying. And Cynthia and Marlo were there. I went to Eva, so you can ask all three of these girls if you want to. I went to Eva, and I said to Eva, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm going to knock these things up. I want to let you know that I have invited Yvonne to my bi-week party. Cynthia felt that very strongly about me telling you, and she felt that you should know. And after she really explained it to me, I understood. And I felt like I need to come and tell you that the girl is going to be at the bi-week party. Eva said, okay. Thank you for letting me know. So she took it well, okay? So when Cynthia got ready to have her Seagram's party, yes, Kenya showed up. Yes, Kenya and I had started having words on social media. I don't know where it came from, but we started having words on social media. So and Cynthia told me I should let Eva know that Yvonne is coming. So I questioned Cynthia about why you don't use your own advice. That's what I questioned her about. Use your own advice. Why didn't you tell me that Kenya was coming? Me and you are very good friends. So since you felt I should have let Eva know because Eva has this issue with Yvonne, you should let me know that Kenya is coming since she and I have an issue. Cynthia never told me anything. Now, you're going to just have to see the finale to see what happened. Okay? That is the reason why me and Cynthia has fallen out. Not just because of that. This is a buildup of stuff. What Cynthia does is try to get information over here and carry it back to Kenya and Candy. Those are the people she's in an alliance with. Now, why would a person choose to be in an alliance with somebody when they have a good friend? Maybe she never thought of me as a good friend. Maybe she don't feel I'm a good friend. I mean, I don't know. But we travel together, we eat together, we talk on the phone 10 times a day. I know she don't do that with them. So we talking on the phone 10 times a day because we wanted to talk on the phone 10 times a day. I talk to Marlo 10 times a day, or any of my girlfriends, guy friends too, whoever I click with, we just talk on the phone. It ain't no pressure. You ain't got to answer your phone. It's not like I'm walking around here holding a gun to your head like, answer the phone, girl, answer the phone. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. So anyway, bottom line is she gave out advice, but she didn't take her own advice. And so they tried to make it a big ass deal. They get to the reunion and Cynthia tries to act like she is now a victim. So you see the finale and you let me know if she's a victim or not. Now I'll be right back on the moment that finale airs. I want to be right here on YouTube with my special guest in my closet or in my hotel room, wherever I'm at when that show airs. And I want the full truth from you guys because I didn't get the full truth at the reunion. Now, what they did do was all gang up together and try to come for me. Once again, they tried to secure the bag, honey, and they wanted to come for your girl, Nene Leakes. And I get it. I understand that, I'm the one that they want to come for. That's fine. Even Eva, if you watch the show, it's really hilarious to me because if you watch the show, Eva was calling me her big sister. She said that I have been there for her and that she's known me for 10 years. Have you seen me do anything that you think this season, that we ain't got but 2 more episodes left, only 2 more episodes left. This Sunday and the next Sunday, we're done and we're off to the reunion. So far, put your comments in the comment box. Have you seen me do anything to Eva that was below the belt? So far this season, there's only 2 episodes left. Have you seen me do anything to her that was below the belt and deserved for her to carry on the way she did at the reunion? I was in total shock. And I've seen her be on here saying stuff like, some people thought that, they underestimated me and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff people said this season, and it's a lot of stuff I know. I never even came out and said shit when Eva was pretending like we've been best friends for 100 years. I never came out and said a thing. I didn't do anything to her. Nothing to her this season. Please let me see. What did I do? Did somebody got her wedding? What happened at her wedding? What did I do to her at her wedding? Answer the full question. What did I do to her at her wedding? Because she was a bride. What did I do to her at her wedding? What did I do to her at her wedding? Since you guys put Eva's wedding. Was there something at Eva's wedding that I did that was below the belt? Because we're talking about below the belt. What did I do? I want to really see this because I want to understand from the public's eye the way you guys are looking at it. What did I do to her at her wedding? Okay, I'm still waiting to know what I did to her at her wedding. That's what I thought. Nothing at all. I did nothing to her at her wedding. Obviously, you guys don't see everything. When Eva was getting married, I thought her wedding was beautiful. I was one of the only people that didn't talk about her wedding. Now, everybody said in their interviews, were like, Eva had the most beautiful wedding. They didn't say none of that while they were there. Okay? That's not what they said. Okay? At Eva's wedding, when I walked into Eva's wedding, I came, me and Gregg had just gotten into an argument at home. I left, I came with a friend of mine's, Brandon. I was very emotional. When I saw Eva get married, I started to shed tears over my marriage is feeling like it's in shambles right now. And I'm watching this beautiful wedding. I was just my Gregg was flashing in the front of my eyes like, you know, we were once in this place. Like, why we can't be back in this place? I didn't disturb her wedding. I didn't go crying to Eva. I didn't do any of that. In fact, whenever Eva saw me at her wedding, I was all smiles. Eva never knew I cried or anything at her wedding. The only thing she know is when she looked at the show and saw me crying. Now, when all the girls and us got together, I didn't ask to go over there. I never asked. Go back and think. Marlo came and got me and said, hey, I want to take you over here to Candy and Portia. I never wanted to sit there. I sat there and tried to get them to understand what I was going through. That's all. And I was really, for me, I felt like you guys only saw a small part of it, but I was really emotional. I poured my heart out that day, just telling them that, you know, I I was really going through something. And I never had no nervous breakdown or no kind of breakdown before. I never had that before. So it happened. And I was just pouring my heart out to them. That's all. So I didn't do anything to her wedding. She wanted me to propose the toast. I proposed the toast as best I could. You know, it may not have been the proposal that you guys would have done. I wanted to do something better. I wanted to, be great. I wanted to like say all this good stuff. And I was so emotional that I just said the little bit that I did say, and I really wish them well. I've given her a lot of advice about marriage. If she asks, I'm always very honest. So I don't see anything at that wedding that I would have done. Of course, I don't know what she saw, but I didn't see anything. So the next two episodes, you let me know if you see something in the next two episodes that you feel was below the belt. Now, one of the things I know she said to me was, you were at my bachelorette party and, you had like an attitude and stuff. You didn't see the attitude. She never seen nothing. She said, well, when she watched the show, she saw it. Girl, you looking for something. You trying to pull shit out your ass. That to me, that's like trying to secure the bag. You trying to pull shit out your ass, okay, to secure the bag because you have been a snooze fest the entire season. So now you pulling shit out your ass. You was mad at my bachelorette party. Girl, I wasn't mad at you, okay? And every time you were around, I was happy and had a good time with you. I just didn't like one of your guests that day, okay? So I just want to know if I did anything below the belt, let me know. I will not address anybody that is not, I'm not even going to say that. Let's just stick to the subject at hand, honey, because I don't want to get into anything that's too crazy. I just want to be honest and upfront. Take it for what it's worth. Why would I be mad at Andy? Like somebody just posted, you're mad at Andy. Why? And what makes you think that I'm mad at Andy? Please say that. Because it's so weird when people say stupid stuff. I just want to explain it to me so that I can explain it to you. What would make you think that I am mad with Andy? Why would you even assume that I'm mad at Andy? Where are you getting that from? Please let me know. I'll wait. Thank you. Me and Marlo are very good. Whoever asked that question, we talk all the time. Okay, so please address the Andy, because I'm still waiting for that, for those that are saying that. I want to know what made you think that. Because there's nothing that made you think that. You thought it because you probably sat up and read a blog and just thought all of a sudden that I had some issue with Andy. I don't have an issue with Andy. If I did have an issue with Andy, I'll sit right here and address it the same way I'm addressing everything else. Okay? I believe Andy posted on his Twitter, and so did I. He made a statement, or his team said NeNe unfollowed him on Instagram, which was a flat out lie. I wasn't following him on Instagram, and he wasn't following me on Instagram. Why they chose to say that? Just, you guys got to tell me, because I mean they said it, and it was said, and I never followed him, and he never followed me. We actually follow each other on Twitter. We've never followed each other on Instagram. So why that came out, why people were saying that and making it out of a big deal, I do not know. Okay, so there is your answer. That is the truth. Next question. Are you secure in the bag? I'm always secure in the bag. Like, I'm secure in the bag because that's what I'm supposed to do, and so I do. I couldn't get what you guys said. Why did Cynthia something? I mean, ask me again because it was moving really fast. See if I could bring it back. I couldn't. So, you're talking about caregivers. Okay, love in the closet. Thank you. Hey, NeNe. I can't see. I'm still love your makeup. Oh, thank you. I don't have on earrings or lipstick or hardly anything today. So, thank you. I got a little bit of something. How am I doing? Thank you for asking, because that's one of the things I said. I am going to have an event for caretakers. I learned from being a caretaker that they are really looked over. And, they don't get the props that they should. So to all the caretakers out there taking care of a handicapped person, a very sickly person, hey, bravo. And you get a standing ovation, because that is a hard job to do. And I personally want to put together an event for caretakers. They get looked over way too much. And to even be a caretaker, listen to me, it takes a lot, and you have to have that kind of heart too. Because it's a lot. You have to really have that kind of heart. Everybody don't have that heart. And everybody just don't have that thing where they can be a caretaker. So I'm just look out for me to try to do something for the caretakers. I really want to come up with some sort of charity event. Even if I have to give y'all clothes, just write your story and send it in to me, and let me just let you go shopping at Swagg, or let me send you a box of Nene Leakes collection or something. I just want to do something, because and people never ask how the caretaker's doing. A lot of times they don't. They always ask about the patient or the person that's sick. How are they doing? But it's like, it's not being selfish. It's not being any of those things. It's just like, this is a hard road. How am I doing? How am I holding up? You can easily fall and crash and have a breakdown like I did, and I think I had the breakdown, and I think it is unfortunate. I have been very honest about the breakdown. I have been straightforward with you, and I will continue to be straightforward with you. Any question that you ask me, I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to be honest with you. If I can answer the question, I will be honest with you. If I can't answer the question, I just won't answer the question, but I will be very honest with you. That is my vow. That's how I am. I am very blunt. And so I'm always just going to tell you the doggone truth. So when I had that breakdown in my closet or in my bedroom that day, I don't know how much they're going to play, but I've explained it a million times. Now I'll explain it again right here. When I had that event at my house, I said to the production, they had access to my entire house. Then they asked me about my master bedroom with Cynthia and myself and Marlo coming to my master bedroom. And I said to them, yes. And then I said to them, I may ask for Tanya to come to my bedroom. And lo and behold, as the night went on, everybody ended up in my bedroom, as you see. Production asked, could they shoot in my closet? And I said, no. You cannot shoot in my closet. You have access to everything in my house at this point, but my closet you don't have access to because my closet wasn't clean. When I say clean, I don't mean dirty. I mean unorganized, okay? So I travel every week. Right now, I got about 5 suitcases over here on the floor. Clothes halfway in and halfway out. I got bags everywhere, shoes everywhere, just from me running in here, switching luggages, throwing stuff in the luggage, you're taking stuff out the luggage. So it wasn't organized. And when I got ready to show you saw my closet last season on the show. I filmed in my closet a lot. And so whenever I show my closet, I want it to look right. I don't want to just film in my closet look messy, because that's just not me, and it's not who I am. I'm fairly neat. I'm not 100% neat, but I'm fairly neat. And I wanted to show my closet when it looked pretty, and it was going to be seen by the world. So I wanted it to look nice for the world to see. And so I said to them, no, I don't want to show my closet. And I felt like production just came on in, like they gonna just show the closet anyway. And that wasn't fair to me. Now, I'm on the show, but I'm just telling you, it wasn't fair to me. It wasn't fair to me. It wasn't fair to what I was going through. And that's it. That is how I felt. That is what happened. Candy and Portia came in and opened up drawers, went all back here in the Gregg's closet they went in. They went in the master bathroom. Then they came into my closet. And then the other thing, Portia started to try to insinuate that somebody touched her in the closet. Now, their closet ain't but they're big now. It ain't like humongous. We all can see, you can see anybody that's standing in here. This ain't no ginormous ass closet. Now, it's a nice size, but it ain't no damn ginormous closet. So if 4 people in the closet and nobody see you get touched, and the person that you say touched you wasn't even behind you, so, you know, that's just a bunch of fuck shit. Ooh, did I say that? I don't want to use any bad language because I don't want them to, you know, flag me. So that is just, you know, crazy. I never touched her. And, you know, it's funny to me because I thought about it. I was like, girl, you know, if somebody touch you, you'll be fighting them. You the one that been fighting all this time. What you talking about? You know, been in 3 fights. You know, if somebody fought you, you going to fight back, pregnant and all. Because that you're going to fight when you're pregnant, because you're going to be trying to protect that bun in the oven. So, you know, so now you're going to get pushed and run and say you scared. Girl, you've been in 3 fights and you scared. Okay. So we're going to just leave that right there. She's scared. And, by the way, on the show when it's saying, I'm scared, get me out of here. She filmed that in the studio and did a voiceover, and they put it in the show. So they got her to just say, I'm scared, get me out of here. She said that in an interview in the studio, and they actually inserted it in the show. To make somebody look, I would never even do that in my interview. If I know somebody didn't touch me, and I know they were asking me to do some crazy stuff like that, I would never sit in my interview and record something like that for them to insert on the show to try to bash a person now, to really try to hurt a person. That same person was helping you when you pulled this other girl off the couch. That girl, that same person being me, was down there on the floor with you. When you needed a lawyer, I was I was giving you the lawyer information to come get you out of jail. Remember, you got a mugshot. And now all of a sudden, the same person that helped you when you were in a whole physical altercation, the same person you want to give the finger to. So, there you go. So, what other questions do you guys have before we get ready to launch the Life of NeNe Leakes show? Yeah. Candy said on either you were mad at Cynthia because she invited Kenya without telling. I just answered that. You must have just logged on. I answered that was very early on when I answered that. I already answered the whole thing. I was never mad because she invited Kenya. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. I was never mad because she invited Kenya. I was upset with Cynthia because she told me to do something that she wasn't willing to do. And she pushed it and pushed it. You must tell Eva that Yvonne is going to be at your bi-wig party because they have a little beef with each other. They don't like each other. You need to tell Eva that. So I told Eva that with Cynthia and Marlo standing right with me. You didn't see that on the show because they didn't put it in, but it was show filmed. Okay? And then when she had her event, she didn't come to me, as she talks to me 10 times a day. She didn't come to me and say, hey, I've invited her to the event. She didn't say it. And it's not one thing. You know, obviously when somebody stopped talking, it's not one thing. It's multiple things that have built up over a period of time, and that's the last and final straw. And just watch the finale and tell me what you feel. I will be back on here the night of the finale, as long as they ain't changed nothing in that. The night of the finale, and um, see what you guys think. Okay, I don't want to dwell on those girls too much, honey. I don't want to give them too much. I let them continue to give me all I can. They done talked about Swagg, and Swagg is now the MGM child. So please let them continue on saying and doing what they do best, honey. Nene Leakes, the Real Housewives again. When's that? When is the next time you would be on Watch What Happens? I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be on Watch What Happens live. They call us, and that's when we find out. It's not like they tell us this way in advance. You know, we might get a week notice. We might get 2 weeks notice. Like, hey, 2 weeks notice. We need you on next Sunday. You know, something like that. So I don't know when the next time I will be on. But I always have a good time on there, and I'm always happy to go on there, and I'm always happy to just keep it 100 with y'all. Not even 100, 1,000, which a lot of people can't do. So you know, you can say what you want to say, but it's a lot of people aren't as real and blunt as I am, and I am learning to not be as blunt. I need to do better. I need to learn to be just a tad bit fake, just a tad bit fake. Because these people that's fake, they get a lot more love than the people who are very honest and upfront. I'm really seeing that now. So I really need to start being fake. I'm going to practice on it. I'm going to try to Google and read a book to teach me how to be fake, because I want to learn, yes, how to be a little bit fake. Okay? Okay? So that's my goal. I want to figure out how to be just a little bit fake and not be so honest, because people, they don't appreciate the truth, honey. They rather you lie to them, and they get further than the people who tell the truth. So that you're right. The truth makes you a target, and you couldn't have said, girl, come on, honey. The truth makes you a target. And I be telling it like it is, and they be really grouping up together. You know, it's crazy when it's like 4 or 5 people got to get together to try to take one person down. It ain't gonna never happen. Like you can knock me down, girl, but you would never knock me out. Ever. Like, I'm not that girl. I'm always the girl that bounces back. You know, bam, you knock me down, I bounce back on you. I'm always gonna be that girl. So, you know, yeah. Tell all your friends, if you have them, to follow me on Instagram. Look out for Swagg Boutique to be opening inside of the MGM Grand Casino in the DMV. We're excited. We're going to be directly in the front of Starbucks. We're we're going to have sizes for size 2 to hopefully 22 or 24. We're going to try to go as high as we can go on those curvy girls. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a smaller section of men. I've always wanted, I had men earlier when I first opened Swagg, and then I stopped doing it because my focus had just been on women so much. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do any of those things. So people are asking, my grandbaby, Briasia, is 6 years old, and she is in the 1st grade. I absolutely adore her. I have a little boy, Braden. He is 5 years old, and I just adore him. But I know most people are always asking me about Briasia, because Briasia is the one that everybody knows, because she's been with me. She's the only girl, so because she's been with me, and she was also on the show. We decided to not, continue to put the kids on the show, because it just wasn't a good thing right now. Thank you so much. God will do it, honey. I sure appreciate it. Thank you guys. It's been great. I just want you guys to understand that Ray Kim McCann always seemed just, you know what? I just read that. I mean, it's, I don't have any answers for it, honey. So first, let me tell you guys a little bit about the show. The Life of NeNe will just be me, always just keeping it real with you guys, giving you guys 100% of me. You know, I have a comedy show that's out on the road. We will be at the MGM Grand April the 20th in the DMV. And that will be me, Lonnie Love, Adele, Sherry Shepherd, and so much more. It's going to be great. I'm going to host. They're going to hit the stage. I'm going to come in and out between all of them. This is a Nene Leakes production. For those of you who do not know, I actually talked with my agents about, hey, I would love to put a comedy show together with all women, da da da. Here it is, and it's been out on the road, and I never even really talked about it because I have learned over the years that moving in silence is the key to a lot of money. You need to move in silence. The moment you start talking, you know, it just doesn't work out. I love being an entrepreneur, and I want to open up a ton of more business. So I am, oh, excuse me, I am joining the hair business. Uh, I've been really working on it. I've been looking for a partner to do the hair business with. Um, I have the funds and everything else. I don't always have all of the time. So I wanted somebody, you know, some young girl or some woman who wants to come on and work the business for me. Send me an email to booknene at gmail, BOOKNENE at gmail.com. Yeah, this is a whole wig line and extensions. And to go a step further, I am also going to do men hair, men toupees and extensions for men. I didn't even realize how popular that was, but it is obviously very popular. And so I'm doing that. A lot of people have talked to me about my. They say you're in your pajamas in the street, but they're actually not pajamas. They are streetwear, and I'm doing a whole line. Now I don't know when that line is going to drop. Honestly, we are just now securing a manufacturer. So I don't know if it'll be the end of the year or the first of next year, but we hope to get it out here soon, and we hope to put it inside of department stores. I haven't came up with the uh, true name for it yet, but I've been thinking about the name She. Ha! Yes, baby, for she, honey. Come on through. Yes, honey. So, yeah. So you guys see me in the sequins burgundy two piece. You know, my friends, they hit me with the, hey, your line should be called She. And, you know, just hilarious, you know. So, you know, all that stuff is fun. It's no shade to anybody, I don't think. You know, I think they just thought that was a good name. So, but you know, I don't have a name for the line yet. Um, but I hope I can get it launched and inside of department stores. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. So, you guys, so thank you so much. And I don't know how long I've been on this thing. I guess, you know, I'm not sure if you should be on here forever or how it actually should go. But, you know, I wanted to do this before we actually launched the whole show. Somebody's asking, where's Phaedra? I guess she's at home or wherever she is. I don't have an issue with Phaedra. You know, so, I mean, we don't hang out like that or anything, but if I needed to call her for something, I would. Somebody says, what about the MGM in Las Vegas? You know, I hope that Vegas is my next move. You know, we're starting here, and hopefully, you know, Vegas welcomes us with open arms. We want to kill it. So, guys, please tell all of your friends and show us a lot of love. And for those of you who like to gamble, I don't know, but for those of you who like to gamble, please listen up. Come and spend a weekend at the MGM. I don't get a dollar for saying this. I'm just saying that it is a nice getaway for a weekend. It's a beautiful casino. The hotel is beautiful. Even if you don't gamble, you can come and spend a weekend there and see maybe a show. You can go on their website and look at their entertainment. They have lots of shows on the weekend. I think it's a great place to just like say, hey, you know, you and your honey or you and your friends, let's just jump up here and go and stay, you know, in DC or Maryland at the MGM Casino and stay in the pretty rooms and come down for dinner or go out into the city for dinner and just stay there for the weekend, like just a little weekend getaway. You do it with your boyfriend or something, or your husband, and I thought it was cute. It's really cute, and I liked it. You can actually go there, just lay around just for peace and a peace of mind. Just checking in for a peace of mind. I actually didn't even go in the casino a few times. Just went to my room and walked around and went to eat and just looking at people, and just resting. So I enjoyed that too a lot. So check it out whenever you can. If you got any family in the area, tell them about that too. We do carry jewelry at Swag. I see you asking. We carry purses. These are very specialty things. It's not like I carry a full collection of purses. I would just carry like specialty cute bags that I see that I like, couple of cute different flip flops or sandals or that kind of stuff, and then jewelry, all kinds of jewelry, and then of course all of the clothes, jackets, everything you can think of. We really want to go big at the MGM. We really want to do it right for you guys, so we're really working hard on trying to make it look beautiful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening and being a part of the Life of NeNe Leakes. I love you guys. Yes, this is going to be good, and I'm excited about it. I'm really excited to have a great show with you guys. Ooh, this is going to be good. I'm excited. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Love you so much for listening and having me. I love it. I'm going to be back on soon. Look out for a lot of my videos. Sometimes I can't go live, and I'll just shoot a video, and we will get it posted. So thank you guys for talking to me live. I love you so much. Yeah, continue to be a very rich